demonstration purposes, what I did, and somebody on the forum was asking about filters, sweeping filters. I do a lot of filter sweeping and tuning and stuff like that. So, I had this rusted, old Drake copper filter kicking around my place. And this thing's right out of the shack, right? So what I did on one end, just put a quick little dummy load, so we got a 50 ohm load on one end, and again, put it down here. And on this end, there's the dummy load, and on this end we got the cable, and this cable comes around and goes in there into the Anritzu. So this is a low pass. It's a low pass filter, and we want to see what frequencies it's gonna filter out, where it stops, how good it is. So what we're doing now is we're actually sweeping the filter. So once again, first thing I did, my calibration's off. You can see up here, I need to recalibrate. I don't got time to do that really right now, but this will give us a good idea. It'll be fairly accurate enough for this. Put my frequency spread in at, I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but it is, let me just turn down the display here. Hold on a second. Maybe that's a little bit better to see. And there, that's probably a lot easier to see. Okay. So, here we go. Once again, our frequency spread, starting at 25 megahertz. We're going all the way over to 155 megahertz. So in the corner here, we're seeing our two frequencies put in. Frequency 1 and frequency 2. Yeah, I am having trouble with this old rusty Drake filter, but it's all I got right now. Anyways, so next thing we do, so this is the frequency spread which you're seeing on the screen between actually 25 meg and 155. Yeah, and I'm still having problems with this rusty old thing. There we go. So now I want to know where the cutoff is. You can see right here, there's a sharp cutoff right there. This part of the screen, we're looking at SWR, standing wave, right? And the range is 1, you can see down there, which would be a perfect antenna and perfect free space, basically a 1-to-1 standing wave ratio. And at the top, we got 6. So, and here's our sweep right there. Now this thing is constantly sweeping through there, constantly sweeping. So if I got a bad connection or anything like that, it'll change. As you can see it changing there. And this Drake's really rusted and stuff like that and corroded, so shit's gonna change. So, I want to know where the cutoff is. It's obviously a low pass filter, as you can see. It's got a cutoff, and we've got a good VSWR down low, and VSWR comes up high over here. So it's obviously passing the lower end of the frequency, so a low pass filter, right? So I'm going to hit my markers again, and now I got a list of markers over here. Let's do marker 1, and it should be on the screen here, over in the corner. Now down in the corner I'll have a display. Again, M1 is marker 1, M2 is marker 2. So right beside M1 that's highlighted, I have something that says 1.24, and beside that 27.015. So right beside M1, 122 is the SWR, and beside that is the frequency. So now I'm just going to move the marker up and down. You'll see that red line go up and down. And you'll see the VSWR change, and we'll go right to the cutoff point, which is about there. It rises about, right about there. It rises to about 3. So the cutoff for this Drake filter, again, stupid load on here is giving me problems, is about about 50 meg. Now let's go to marker 2. If I can, unfortunately this Anritzu only goes down to 25 megahertz. I can't sweep any lower. There. Now if I unscrew the dummy load, this is what happens. That's what it looks like without the dummy load. You can still see a little bit of a notch there where the filtering starts. Now this connector on the end of this filter is just awful. So screw it back on here and it'll drop. The VSWR should drop down. Okay, now we can do the same thing with return loss. So I'll go down here to mode. Now we've got choices here for frequency. We've got SWR, we got return loss, and we got cable loss, one port. So we'll do return loss in dB, and we'll take a look what it says. Enter. And here we go. We've got the same thing, but we're seeing it in return loss. So now somewhere around 14 dB return loss is considered good enough, about 1.5 VSWR. So we're going to move. We got a similar display. It's just we're looking at dB. Top of the screen is 0 dB. Bottom of the screen is 30 dB. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over to my markers, hit it, and I can hit any one of these markers. I'll try one again. Now if you look down in the corner, the same thing highlighted is M1, and we've got a number there that says 15.62. That is our return loss in dB. Beside that is frequency, 50 meg. So if I move this up and down, let me get this a little bit stabler. Moving the frequency up and down, you'll see the return loss change. Right now we're up at 6 dB. Now we're going to hit the drop off anytime here now. 8, 15, right there. Big drop to 15. And way down here we got 33.98. We got a nice little pass in there. A real nice one. So, but really, anywhere in here at 43 megahertz is great. 43 we got a good pass, and if we go way down here to 27, 25 megs good, 27, see we're all good. Anything over 14 dB return loss, 14 dB return loss is a VSWR of 1.5. So now we're getting great return through here in this area, right in there. And then as soon as we hit that wall, bang, that's where the filtering begins. And the filtering, we've got, let's see, 8, 6, 5, 6 dB. And about 6 dB of filtering happening right in there. You can see the cutoff. And I'll tell you, that's a quick way to sleep through a filter. You do the same thing with duplexers, multiplexers, combiners, whatever, any type of filter, low pass, band pass, rejection filters. You can do the same thing. With band pass, it's kind of neat when you're going through multiple cans. You can generate through with this thing and actually see the passes through both ways. It's actually really neat to do it that way. So I like it a lot better than using a monitor. But that's doing filters.